This England 11 will win the Euros. Trust me.
Theo, we'll find some way to mess it up. We always do.
Okay, go for your goalkeeper. Why have you picked Ramsdale?
Theo, it has to be Jordan Pickford.
What?
Theo, you don't have to think about this one.
I love him and he's England's #1, but it's time to give a Premier League champion a chance. Aaron Ramsdale has been brilliant with that Arsenal defence for so long. I think both Pickford and Ramsdale should play one game each between Ukraine and Italy. So I would like to see Ramsdale have this one.
No, don't change something that's not broken. You stick with Jordan Pickford.
Thogden, stop being a mug. Left back, who you gone for?
I've gone for Luke Shaw, Theo. He's Mr. Reliable in an England shirt and he likes the occasional goal against Italy.
So is this a left back or a left wing back? Tell me your formation.
I've gone 4-3-3, Theo. I've gone with a traditional left back, traditional right back.
Same as me. I've gone 4 at the back, but different going forward. 4-4-2. Prepare yourself. My left back, Ben Chilwell. I'm not going Luke Shaw. I'd actually like to see both Chelsea fullbacks being given a go at the same time. What centre-backs have you gone for?
I've, of course, gone for Harry Maguire, Theo. Captain, leader, legend.
Okay.
If he's the captain, he's so reliable in an England shirt, and you need that experience in there.
What about Kyle Walker at centre-back? Didn't fancy him?
I thought about him, but you know what? I've gone for John Stones as well. And again, 64 caps for England. John Stones, Harry Maguire. I'm happy with that.
There you go. Same as me. John Stones, Harry Maguire are my centre-backs. A lot of people doubt whether Maguire can play in a back two. I think he's been good for Manchester United in his last 2 games since coming back. And I'm actually excited to see his confidence build. I want to see Maguire get regular game time for United and England. My right back, I'm going to go Reece James. I really wanted to see him at the World Cup. I was so gutted to see him and Chilwell out. This is an opportunity for him to thrive under Southgate. And when you hear my right midfield spot, you'll understand why. Because they had chemistry in a previous England game that I want to relive. Who's your right back?
Well, Theo, you've not gone for Kyle Walker. You've not gone for Kieran Trippier.
No, I haven't. I think Trippier has been very tired from Newcastle. They've had a lot of fixtures going to the Cup final. I don't think he's as fit as ready as Reece James. I think Reece James is built back from injury, trying to get into the Chelsea team. He's smashing it for them.
And I've gone for youth as well, Theo. Reece James, who's only had 15 caps for England, which surprises me. He's a great player.
So no Kyle Walker in your team?
We've got that excess of resources, haven't we, at right back?
We do, and it's not. We don't even have that many centre-backs to choose from. Mark Guehi, Kyle Walker, and then I think it's Maguire and Stones. That's it. I would have liked to see someone like Lewis Dunk. I know it's not as exciting, but look how good Brighton are doing, and he is the rock of that side. Let's go on to midfielders. Okay, talk about your DM. Who is it?
Well, a couple of these are very, very obvious. Declan Rice has to be in the middle of the park. He's been superb yet again. And of course, we've got to go with Jude Bellingham, who's having a fantastic season in Germany.
And who's your third and final midfielder?
It is, and I'm agreeing here with Gareth Southgate. This is going to happen tonight. Some people are going to disagree. I'm going for Calvin Phillips.
Phillips?
Over Jordan Henderson.
Against Italy.
And I'm going for youth over experience here, Theo, because we forget what a good player Calvin Phillips was for Leeds United. Now, Man City this season, he's either been on the bench or in the treatment room.
So you're picking Calvin Phillips in a central midfield position over Jordan Henderson, who knows that role better.
I am, yes.
Why?
For youth, Theo.
These
are the players we've got to bring through. Jordan Henderson has been Mr. Reliable for 14 years. He's now 32 years old. I want to look for his replacement.
So I've got 2 central midfielding spots to mention right now. And of course, it's 2 that you've already said. Declan Rice as the more defensive one, and Jude Bellingham, who likes to move forward. We see that for Dortmund. They don't really have a 10. So Bellingham likes to drive forward with the ball, but he also has that box-to-box nature in him. Lots of energy between them two, and what a midfield duo. We saw that at the World Cup. I think them two can thrive and protect the rest of my midfield.
The attacking nature of Jude Bellingham, like you said, Theo, 4 goals and 4 assists this season for Borussia Dortmund.
Yeah,
he can add that going forward, can't he?
He can, but I want him to be a bit more defensive because in my 4-4-2, my wingers will be getting up the pitch. I'm going to mention my left midfielder here, and it's Jack Grealish.
Yeah.
Partly because Marcus Rashford is injured and Raheem Sterling. It made my life a lot easier. But also because Grealish is having a better season. He's getting a lot of business moves in. Just moved to Puma. He's got a lot of hype around him. He's getting regular starts with Pep. He's the only player.
Yeah. This is why you've done it. He sent you some boots.
He sent me some signed boots.
So you've been bribed.
I've been bribed. Put the picture
Corruption
on the screen.
scandal.
It's been on my Instagram. Look, I love him. And my right midfielder, Bukayo Saka. Now, we know previously he played as a wing-back right at the start for Arsenal. We've even seen him try it for England sometimes. I think the chemistry between Reece James and Bukayo Saka on that right flank, something we saw in that, was it friendly? Just before the World Cup, we played Germany, and them two were cooking together. And then we had the really annoying injury of Reece James just before the World Cup started, and that probably spoilt a lot of Southgate's plans. he knew that them two could just smash it together. And I think what we'll see against Italy tonight is them two dominating that right side. If we do have a chance of winning this game, it's going to be because of them. I want to see it happen. I've got a 4-4-2. I've got 2 strikers. Comment down below who you would like to see play. I've got one name you may be surprised with. But first, talk me through your left winger position in your 4-3-3, Thogden.
Well, it's between Phil Foden and Jack Grealish,
yes.
and I've gone for Phil Foden. His record this season in the Premier League is better. I think he's a better player. I think these are 2 excellent players. I think Jack Grealish, for me, can come off the bench if we're struggling after 60 minutes.
No James Maddison as an attacking midfielder.
No, there is no room for James Maddison. I'm a big fan of him. I thought about slipping him into the middle 3, but then you
should have.
No, it's
Calvin Phillips or James Maddison at centre mid. I think you should have gone Maddison.
I thought about it, then I thought that's going a little bit attacking. James Maddison is another one on the bench. He's an impact sub.
Thogden's still salty about when he scored a goal for Norwich against Bolton. Shocking. But my first forward, of course, it's Harry Kane.
Yes.
And I like Harry Kane in a striking partnership up top because I feel like how many times have I watched Kane and he's on his own and he doesn't have as much support as we'd like. Now he does. My other striker... Should I just say it?
Well, first of all, Theo,
Go for your right winger.
I've got to say, Harry Kane, 53 goals for England, level with Wayne Rooney. If he scores the next goal, he's bound to score in the next 3 hours, isn't he?
But
he
the
goes
problem
clear.
with playing 4-3-3, which we've done previously, is Kane is isolated. And my other striker is Ivan Toney. The guy's never been on more form. He's scoring a goal per game. He's a bit of a target man, but he's also a poacher. I think he adds everything that we'll need next to Harry Kane because Kane's a creator. And when he drops in and he'll have Grealish and Saka making runs, Toney in front of him, it's just the perfect dynamic attack. And when players are on form, you play them. Southgate even said that in a famous press conference. Now it's time to see him start Toney. I know he won't do it, but this would be an ideal 4-4-2.
I don't agree with that, Theo.
What?
I leave Ivan Toney on the bench. If Harry gets an injury, it's a like-for-like substitution.
Then we're never going to see
Harry
the prime
Kane
of our England team.
Is not isolated. He's got Foden on one side. He's got the brilliant Saka on the other.
Then why are we winning anything?
I've seen him twice in the last week play for Arsenal. He is superb.
We know
the goals he got against Crystal Palace were amazing.
Can you just let me talk for a second, right? I know these guys are great. Saka, he's in my team. I know he deserves to be in the 11. What I'm saying is, why do we keep getting knocked out in important competitions with the team that we have? People don't want to say it. We've got a golden generation. That's why we're constantly up there as favourites to win this goddamn thing. Why didn't we go against France and create a chance and score? People say we're the better team, but we need to finish our dinner. We need another striker up there. I don't think there's a manager yet that's taken the risk to gamble and play a more attacking formation. Let's do it tonight in the qualifiers against Italy.
Yeah, Theo, I don't think adding Ivan Toney is the answer. Let's remember the last Euro final, we were that far away. We lost in the final. It came down to penalties.
Dad, we've
so
got
I'm not going to criticise
with this squad. That's a disgrace. And
Patience.
Tonight, if we play a defensive formation, we play a 3-back and it's 1-0 Italy, it wouldn't shock me. Because we're not making the most of our best players. So comment down below, am I being a mug here? Because I just want to see something different. That's all I want to do. I want to see us try things in these games rather than when it gets really competitive.
But Theo, 4-4-2 is a fairly old-fashioned formation. I think my 4-3-3 makes it more creative and more fluid.
I still believe we're isolating Harry Kane. Phil Foden and Saka do like to drop wide out to the flanks and they can create, but when they put the ball in, instead of the 2-3 centre-backs that Italy have, brilliant defending, you know, they're very old-fashioned in their ways, the Italians, they know how to defend. Well, get Ivan Toney in there and really test them, because that is what's going to cause them a problem. I would love to see it. I think we'll never see it. So that's my 11 for England tonight. If we played that at the Euros, I think we'd have a chance. I think we could go far. We go attacking. We're one of the best teams. So why don't we go attacking? That's what I don't understand. Thogden, how would you rank your team? What's your score prediction tonight?
I think it could be low scoring. I'm going to go for a 1-1 draw tonight. And by the way, I would take that.
Yeah, I would go with my team. I think we beat them 3-1. But I don't think we'll do that. I think we're going to draw 1-1 or lose 1-0. You know what? I'm going to be different from you, Dad. We're going to lose 1-0 tonight and we're going to play 5 at the back and it's going to be painful. Once again, as always, in these friendlies. But I'd love us to see go attacking. Maybe we'll do a reaction to the match. So stay tuned on this channel for later. Notifications on. Get us to 100k subs and smash the like button. If we don't get over 1k likes, I'm going to cry tonight.
And do you know what, Theo? 57 years of hurt and we're still dreaming.
Come on.